They never landed a punch, they never hit a finisher, but they made grown men cheer, scream, and throw popcorn at their TV screens. And if you think the wrestlers were the real stars of WWE's golden eras, you're only half right, because standing right next to them, in a sharp suit, with a microphone and zero shame, was someone pulling all the strings. So today we're counting down the top 5 best managers in WWE history. And trust me, number 1 is going to start an argument in the comments, so let's get into it. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And before we dive in, smash that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more wrestling fans. And subscribe if you haven't already, because we drop content like this every single week. And managers are the most underrated part of wrestling history, because they cut the promos nobody else could cut. They took the bumps nobody wanted to take, and they made you hate or love a wrestler before they even touched the ropes. So with that said, here are the 5 greatest managers to ever grace WWE television. Kicking things off at number 5, we've got Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South. And if you grew up watching wrestling in the 80s, that megaphone sound is permanently burned into your brain. Because Hart managed an absolutely insane list of stars, from Honky Tonk Man to the Mega Powers Chaos era to Money Inc., and somehow made every single one of them feel like a bigger deal just by standing next to them. And his secret weapon was that megaphone, because one swing behind the referee's back and the entire arena would erupt. And he wasn't flashy with his words, but he didn't need to be, since the chaos followed him everywhere. At number 4, we go old school with classy Freddie Blassie, because before there were heels in wrestling, there was Blassie, a man so hated by fans that he reportedly got stabbed outside an arena after people genuinely believed his villain act was real, and let that sink in. Since he didn't manage with charisma alone, he managed with pure menace, and when Blassie walked out with a wrestler, you knew that match just got 10 times more personal. Now this one is going to hit different for a lot of you, because at number 3, we have Paul Bearer, the man behind The Undertaker. And that slow, eerie, ooh yes alone deserves a spot on this list. Since Paul Bearer didn't manage wrestlers, he managed an entire aura, with the urn, the funeral home, and the unsettling calmness in his voice while chaos broke out around him. And he turned The Undertaker from a wrestler into a legend. And decades later, fans still imitate his voice in arenas, which tells you exactly the kind of impact we're talking about. Coming in at number 2, the king of microphone heat himself, Jim Cornette. And this man could cut a promo so good you'd forget the actual wrestlers weren't even talking. And with that tennis racket always in hand, Cornette managed legends like the Midnight Express and Yokozuna. And he didn't just support his guys, he elevated them with pure motor mouth genius. Because few managers in history could talk an entire arena into a frenzy the way Cornette could, purely with words and attitude. And at number 1, the greatest of all time, Bobby "The Brain" Heenan. And if you know wrestling history, you knew this was coming, because Heenan wasn't just a manager. He was a walking comedy show wrapped inside a villain, and he managed an absurd number of legends, from Andre the Giant to Mr. Perfect to Ric Flair, and somehow made every single feud funnier, meaner, and more entertaining at the same time. And his commentary work later in his career was just as legendary, because Bobby Heenan didn't just manage wrestlers, he managed the entire mood of a wrestling show. And no one before or since has matched that combination of comedic timing and pure heel genius. And that's our list. So did your favorite manager make the cut? Or are you furious right now because we left someone out? Drop your top pick in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe for more wrestling rankings every week, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay golden, wrestling fans.